Elon Musk just went on Joe Rogan's podcast and said something that made every automotive engineer on the planet do a double take. He said Tesla is about to unveil something so advanced, so insane, that it makes every James Bond car ever created look like a Toyota Camry. I'm not exaggerating. His exact words: "If you took all the James Bond cars and combined them, this is crazier than that." And then he dropped the bombshell. He said his friend Peter Thiel once complained that the future was supposed to have flying cars. And Musk's response: "If Peter wants a flying car, he should be able to buy one." Brother. What? The Tesla Roadster. The car that's been delayed since 2017, the car that already promised a 1.9-second 0 to 60 time, the car with 10,000 Newton-meters of torque. That car might actually fly. This is Shadow Signal, and I'm about to show you why what Tesla is building isn't just a car anymore, it's a weapon. Okay, let's back up, because to understand how insane this is, you need to understand what the Roadster was already supposed to be before Musk started talking about rocket thrusters and flying. The base model specs are already world record territory. 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. That's faster than any production car ever made. The Bugatti Chiron does it in 2.4. The Rimac Nevera, which costs $2.4 million, does it in 1.85. Tesla is claiming 1.9 for the base model at $200,000. But here's where it gets ridiculous. Top speed over 250 miles per hour, quarter mile in 8.8 seconds, and range 620 miles on a single charge. Let me say that again, 620 miles. You could drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco and back without plugging in, at highway speeds. How is that even possible? A 200 kilowatt-hour battery pack. That's twice the size of anything Tesla has ever put in a production car. The Model S Plaid has 100 kilowatt-hours. The Cybertruck has 123, the Roadster has 200, and the torque. Oh, the torque. Tesla says 10,000 Newton-meters at the wheels. That's 7,375 pound-feet. For context, a Dodge Challenger Hellcat makes about 650 pound-feet. The Roadster makes more than 10 times that. This thing isn't a car, it's a cruise missile with a steering wheel. But here's the kicker. Everything I just told you? That's the boring version. That's the Roadster without the SpaceX package. Yeah, SpaceX, the rocket company, building tech for a car. Musk has been teasing this since 2018. He tweeted that the SpaceX option package would include around 10 small rocket thrusters arranged seamlessly around the car, cold gas thrusters, the same technology they use on Falcon 9 for attitude control in space. And in February 2025, Tesla's VP of Engineering Lars Moravy confirmed that work on the Roadster and the cold gas thrusters is actively ongoing. This isn't a concept anymore. They're building it. Here's how it works. Behind the rear license plate, there's a hidden thruster. When you want to launch, the plate drops down, and a rocket nozzle fires compressed air at insane pressure. We're talking 6,000 PS, stored in a composite overwrapped pressure vessel, the same tech SpaceX uses on their spacecraft. The result? 0 to 60 in under 1 second. I need you to understand how ridiculous that is. 1 second. The human brain takes about 0.25 seconds to process a visual stimulus. By the time you realize the car is moving, you're already at 60 miles per hour. Your eyeballs would literally flatten against the back of your skull. That's 2.5 Gs of acceleration. Fighter pilot territory. And it's not just for straight-line speed. Musk says these thrusters can improve braking, cornering, and potentially even allow the car to hover. Now, about that Joe Rogan podcast, because Musk didn't just hint at flight, he basically confirmed it. Rogan asked him directly, "Is it a flying car? Does it have retractable wings?" And Musk, being Musk, was coy. He said, "I can't do the unveil before the unveil." But then he added something wild. He said, "I'm not even sure it's a car. It looks like a car." He promised the product demo would be the most memorable unveil ever, and said, whether it works or not, it will be unforgettable. Whether it works or not. That's either the most honest thing an automaker has ever said, or Musk is genuinely worried this thing might explode on stage. Either way, I'm watching. The demo is scheduled for April 1st, 2026. Yes, April Fool's Day. Musk admitted he picked that date because it gives him some deniability. His words, he said if it doesn't happen, he can claim he was just joking. I'm not joking. The CEO of the most valuable automaker on Earth is building a flying car and scheduled the reveal for April Fool's Day as a hedge. We live in the strangest timeline. But let's talk about what makes this technically possible. Because Tesla didn't just wake up one day and decide to strap rockets to a sports car. They've been building toward this for years. It starts with the motor. The Tesla Model S Plaid uses what Musk calls the most advanced motor on Earth outside of maybe a lab somewhere. It's a carbon-wrapped permanent magnet motor that Tesla designed from scratch. They even had to invent the machine that makes it. Here's the innovation. Traditional electric motors use metal sleeves to hold the rotor together at high speeds. But metal has limits. It's heavy, it conducts electricity which creates losses, and it can't handle extreme RPMs without expanding and eventually failing. Tesla's solution? Carbon fiber. They wrap the rotor in a carbon fiber sleeve under extreme tension. This does three things. 1. It creates a stronger electromagnetic field because carbon doesn't interfere with magnets like metal does. 2. It allows the rotor to spin at over 20,000 RPM without flying apart. And 3. It keeps the air gap between the rotor and stator incredibly tight, which means more efficiency at insane speeds. The Model S Plaid can already hit 200 miles per hour in a single gear. No transmission, no shifting, just pure electric torque from 0 to top speed. For the Roadster, Musk said they have a few ideas for increasing torque and max RPM even further. He's taking this already ridiculous motor and making it more ridiculous for a car that weighs less and has better aerodynamics. And then there's the battery tech. Because remember, this car needs to store enough energy for 620 miles of range and power rocket thrusters. Tesla is deploying their 4680 battery cells in the Roadster. These cells are 46 millimeters in diameter and 80 millimeters long, hence the name. They hold about 5 times the energy of Tesla's previous cells, while being significantly cheaper to manufacture. But here's what's really interesting. Tesla has been working on solid-state batteries at their pilot production facility in Tochigi, Japan. These batteries could double EV range by the end of the decade, and while the first-gen Roadster will likely use the 4680 cells, future versions could get even more insane with solid-state tech. The point is, Tesla isn't just building a fast car, they're building a technology platform that can be upgraded over time. Buy a Roadster in 2027, and by 2030, it might be even faster than when you bought it. Okay, deep breath, because we need to talk about whether any of this will actually happen. Here's the reality. The Roadster was first announced in 2017. Production was supposed to start in 2020, then 2021, then 2022, then 2023, then 2024, then 2025. Now it's 2027. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman recently tried to cancel his $50,000 reservation and initially couldn't even get a refund. He posted screenshots on X showing his refund request bouncing back. Musk eventually processed it, but the point stands. People have been waiting almost a decade for this car, but here's why I think this time might be different. Tesla just posted a job listing for a Roadster manufacturing engineer at their Fremont facility. Lars Moravy confirmed the SpaceX package is actively in development. Franz von Holzhausen, Tesla's chief designer, said the unveiling is on track. And at the January 2026 earnings call, Tesla confirmed that production of the Roadster is prepared and ready. Musk also said at the November shareholder meeting that the production version will be very different from what we've shown previously. That tells me they've been iterating. They haven't just been delaying, they've been making it crazier. So what happens on April 1st, 2026? If Musk delivers, we're looking at a complete paradigm shift in automotive engineering. A production car that can hit 60 in under a second, that can corner using rocket thrusters, that might actually hover off the ground. This isn't just a hypercar, it's a proof of concept for what happens when you combine electric vehicle technology with aerospace engineering. The same company that lands rocket boosters on drone ships in the ocean is building a car. Of course it's going to be insane. But here's the question nobody is asking. What does this mean for everyone else? Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bugatti, McLaren, every traditional supercar maker just watched Tesla combine SpaceX and automotive technology into something that makes their $250,000 machines look like they're standing still. Rimac makes the Nevera, which is arguably the fastest EV hypercar you can actually buy. It does 0 to 60 in 1.85 seconds. Tesla is claiming under 1 second with the SpaceX package. How do you compete with rocket thrusters? You don't. That's the point. Musk isn't trying to win the supercar game. He's trying to end it. Now, is this practical? Absolutely not. A car that needs 4 hours to recharge its compressed air tank after a single rocket launch is not a daily driver. A vehicle with cold gas thrusters is going to face regulatory nightmares in most countries, and hovering, if it even works, is probably illegal on public roads in every jurisdiction on Earth. But that's not the point. The Roadster isn't meant to be practical. It's meant to be a statement, a declaration that electric vehicles aren't boring eco-boxes. They're the future of performance, the future of technology, the future of what a car can even be. And if Tesla can make a car fly, even for a few seconds, even just as a party trick, they've proven that the ceiling for EV technology is much higher than anyone thought. So here's where we stand. April 1st, 2026, the production Tesla Roadster gets unveiled, potentially with flying capability, potentially potentially with rocket thrusters, definitely with specs that make every gasoline supercar look like a relic from another century. Will it actually fly? Musk seems to think so. Will it be street legal? Probably not everywhere. Will it change what we expect from a car? Absolutely. Be honest with me. If you had $200,000 and the chance to buy a rocket-powered, potentially flying sports car with 620 miles of range and a 0 to 60 time that breaks the laws of physics, would you do it? Or would you buy a Ferrari that goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds and needs gas every 300 miles? Drop your answer in the comments. And if this video made you rethink what's possible in automotive technology, smash that subscribe button. Because when that April demo happens, you're going to want to be here. This is Shadow Signal. Peace.